Hey dude, this is Luigi Ha here with my first video on the channel, basically. So all I'm gonna say is, if you gonna be toxic, get out the kitchen, please. Like, I'm just trying to grow like a small YouTube channel, like of like maybe what maximum 10 followers and not follower subscribers. So we get into this right now. So as you can see, this what if Deku had all for one. This what I think what would happen. So Deku would be walking, back home to his mother because Inko's still best mom. Um, so he's walking back home, and basically the same thing happens, but like when the sludge villain touches Deku, it automatically jumps back out of fear. For some reason, the sludge villain just jumps back out of fear, and All Might comes to the corner, takes the sludge villain and puts it in the bottle, and then Deku thinks that's pretty weird since it wasn't touched. Like, All Might didn't like lose some time on his, well, let's just say time limit. So so then Deku, he's about to jump off after signing Deku's notebook, and then so Deku grabs onto his leg, and then All Might jumps off, and then basically the same thing happens to where that happens, and so again he gets his dreams, hopes crushed, just crushed, absolutely crushed, like for no reason, just crushed. So then they just okay, I'll just say that the sludge villain didn't escape. So there's no sludge villain attack on Bakugo. So All Might turns into the villain. Deku goes back home crushed, and he he sees a weird person in his living room couch. And then he looks closer and he sees his dad. And he doesn't recognize him at first, but like then when he looks closer, he notices him. So then they have a little family reunion. And I must say All for One is Deku's dad, technically. Well, not not in canon, but like still it'll be surprising if it was. So I would think what would happen is that he would show up from well from his trip in America, you know, doing that work. So then right after having the family reunion, Deku tells him how tough life's been since he was considered quirkless, and then and then um and then they just end off the conversation, um and All for One, he used some sort of shape shifting quirk or like illusion quirk, so like he looks normal to his family, and then and then during the night, All for One walks in and gives Deku All for One. Okay, and strength and the enhancer quirk. So you know what I'm gonna do with this one. So All for One goes back to Inko's room, and he falls to sleep, and then he leaves, leaving a note saying, it was a fun family reunion. but here's my number, kid. So yeah, that happens, and like when Deku wakes up, he reads the note, but he feels kind of weird. So he goes out just to clear his mind, and then he accidentally touches someone. And I'm gonna say this person had some sort of had an electricity quirk. So once that happened, um, he just felt this sort of rush, but like he left before the person could notice that something was wrong. So he left, and he feels this surge of like power and energy just coursing through his veins. So then he goes into his mindscape. Yes, he goes into his mindscape because I'm just gonna say all that hatred pent up, it kind of almost made him like Naruto with the other side to him with the hatred. So he just meditates to calm himself down, and I'm gonna say he goes to the mountains to meditate. So and then he also takes off his shirt, not sus. Whenever he meditates, and then he looks at his body and he notices that he's more muscular than normal. So then he looks down. He looks he goes into his mindscape on accident, and then he feels like three cores just merging. Like two cores are merging, and one is just there, and like that one that's not merging is like it's like huge in power. So he sees this, then he instantly gets kicked out of his mindscape, and then he goes to the city, and then he sees that the that there are orbs floating around people. You know, just orbs around floating around people that would normally not be there, even around Katsuki Bakugo, since he still has like class for a week. So he notices that, and he tries to touch one, and he accidentally bumps into someone just to touch the orb, and then their orb instantly disappears. And I'm gonna say this was a pretty big orb, probably the size of a this soccer ball. So then dude said, "Watch it, kid," and then he just leaves. And I'm gonna say this dude's quirk was higher intelligence. So basically Nezu's quirk, but like more worse, like more nerfed. But I remember the enhancer quirk that I gave him. Yeah, let's just say that enhancer quirk enhances it past Nezu's if he wants. So he notices that he can steal people's orbs. He thinks that's what he thinks, but then he feels this rush of too much energy being stored inside him. So he goes running. He feels like a bunch of pain in his body. He goes to the woods, and and he and he on instinct he just well he extends his arm and he says shoot. He shoots one huge, well, not huge, one little, a medium sized green lightning bolt out of his fingers, and he says, "Wait, is this my quirk?" And then he thinks about it, and he remembers that there were small sparks of lightning coming off the one dude that he accidentally touched. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then And then he remembers that there were like a couple other things, and he remembers taking another orb, so he tries using that one, and then he gets some sort of knowledge rush. But I'm gonna say the enhancement quirk also like enhances um his resistance to pain. So yeah, so it's not a huge one, but like Deku says, why am I feeling so much pain? So then the enhancer quirks it takes away some of the pain, and then Deku says, well, this is better. And then and then and then he tries taking more people's powerful people's orbs, essentially taking away their quirks. And I'm gonna say that the news is spreading that quirks are disappearing all around. They think that it's the end of quirks and they're gonna be quirkless people that they used to bully. So they're kind of scared, but they're like, this can't happen to me. I'm too powerful. And this even gets to the villains. Get it, and I'm gonna say that this doesn't get to all for one because they think it's like just some sort of side effect to all the good people, the people that follow the law. So yeah, and this is where I'm gonna end it off, guys. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and put and please share this to as many people as you can, and spread the word that my YouTube channel is, well, gonna try to reach the top. Peace out.